Hey guys, what's up? So welcome to our YouTube channel where we discuss everything about drones, drone deliveries in India and offshore countries. And let's just get started. So the first news is about Indian Air Force, where Indian Air Force has rolled out an order for 87 indigenous male air drones. By male, I mean medium altitude, long endurance drones by the Indian Air Force, and this order size will come somewhere around 30,000 crore, which is a very big, number, and that's why the big players like HAL, Tata Advanced, and others are jumping into it. Now, these drones are expected to provide long range surveillance, intelligence gathering, and probably also precision strike capabilities. As drones become increasingly important in modern warfare, this program could be one of the largest indigenous military drone initiative ever undertaken by India. So, yep, a lot of exciting stuff happening there. Also, this is somewhere like 1 or 2 months old news. Indian Army had launched a technology roadmap for unmanned aerial systems. So this technology roadmap is about unmanned aerial system and loitering munitions in New Delhi. This initiative is a significant step towards providing long-term visibility of Indian Army's requirements. So because if I'm a startup and I'm going to make for Indian Army, I should be planning what is going to happen after 1 month, after 2 months, after 3 months. So, now with Indian Army laying out this roadmap, it will help me in making my own technical roadmap for my own products if I am a drone manufacturer. So, yep, and Deputy Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Rahul R. Singh, highlighted the evolving nature of modern warfare. And yeah, I think if you search online, you will be able to, download this technical roadmap for unmanned aerial systems. Um, Another news is from Odisha. So there is a startup called Bonvi Aero, which is into drone manufacturing for defense and logistics and industrial purposes. And Odisha government both have come together to make first public drone park, which will be like a testing facility for Bonvi and also open to public in a guided way where people can see how drones are flying. So Satya Brata Satapathy, who is co-founder and CEO of Bonvi Aero, said that he hopes to spark some same sense of awe and possibility in every visitor, especially young and aspiring minds. So that's very good because if you are a young student and you want to see things, you can go and visit there. This ecosystem is envisioned to take shape across the 300 crore facility recently inaugurated in Odisha. So most UAV and defense manufacturing facilities. So this is in India keep visitors out, but this is an initiative where the gates will be opened and young inquisitive minds can walk in. This launch is comes as if because also Indian states are competing for drone companies to come and manufacture factories in their states because there is production linked incentives by federal government. There is domestic push for UAV component will create job for them, and Odisha is having pretty much a very ambitious aerospace and defense manufacturing policy, and there is a BMAAN scheme for the aviation sector was also one of the reasons that this startup went for making making a factory in the Odisha government with in Odisha. So yeah, I mean Odisha is definitely doing pretty good. I hear a lot about Odisha, not just in the drone field but in other fields as well. I mean the policies are pretty conducive for startups. So imagine they converted an old airport, yeah, commercial airport into a drone testing facility for this company. That's a good move and it's a big move. All right, next is about India Post. India Post will deploy drones for mail delivery across remote regions of Assam and Himachal Pradesh. This is they are in partnership with Sky Air Mobility, which is a drone delivery startup. And the initiative will connect 110 locations in Himachal Pradesh and 40 locations in Assam, helping overcome last mile delivery challenges in the region. And let's talk about international news. The Hernando could become test site for Walmart drone delivery. Logistics player Walmart, Amazon are now really pursuing drone delivery as a concept, and they're doing it here in Hernando. The next is Texas Rice University students have bagged $1.85 million to build a drone network for life-saving medical deliveries. Medical delivery is one of the hot and uh, lucrative regions, lucrative market for drone delivery or drone economics, or low altitude economy. And because sometimes medicines, blood samples need to be transferred as quickly as possible. So these seven University engineering students have launched HAST Autonomous, a startup poised to revolutionize medical logistics, securing a 1.85 million. They are developing a drone network for rapid, secure delivery for critical supplies between hospitals. Apart from this, another news from Europe, Manna, MANNA, becomes the first drone delivery company to be awarded SAIL 3, SAIL 3 authorization from UK CAA, Civil Aviation Authority. SAIL is Specific Assurance and Integrity Level 3. Now, this is supposed to be a very tough quality and safety and operational certificate, which is given by UK Civil Aviation Authority, and this company has done it. So one thing which I kind of learned from this whole thing is that uh, so when I was reading this news, I mean, there are these parameters, there are these certifications available, and it looks like in Europe it's pretty sorted. There is a SORA, Specific Operation Risk Assessment Framework, under using which SAIL 3 authorizations are reserved for operations that require high degree of regulatory scrutiny and demonstration of safety assurance. Now, achieving this standard requires operators to provide extensive evidence across operational, technical, and organizational domains, supported by detailed risk assessment. In 2021, Mana became the first drone delivery company in Europe to receive Light UAS operator certificate by Irish authority, providing it the power to self-authorize certain operations under the European regulatory framework. So, looks like European regulatory framework is pretty mature-ish when it comes to drone game, and yeah, and assessment process also includes independent review, support from Marshall in its role as recognized assessment entity for flight worthiness. I mean, these are some heavy terms, but that shows that the game is pretty sorted. In April 2026, by the way, Mana announced a USD 50 million Series B funding round, bringing total funding to USD 110 million to accelerate scaling of aerial delivery across United States and Europe. That's a pretty big round, by the way, 50 million. The company plans to grow from 180 employees to more than 570, creating 400 new roles across Ireland, US, in robotics, software engineering, mechanical engineering, aviation operations, ground operations, and regulatory functions. Yeah, uh, this funding will support Mana's expansion in 40 operational bases across United States, Europe, and building on live operations underway in Ireland and Texas. So a lot of movement there. I mean, I'm pretty surprised by the funding. Yeah, actually, just make notes of few things. All right, the next is again talking about the same company, Bonvi Aero. It has unveiled a Air Hans heavy lift drone designed for high altitude logistics mission, and so basically the logic is there are a lot of money invested in mountain and water infrastructure, but India still faces persistent last mile logistic challenge in many geographical difficult regions due to snowfall, landslides, challenging terrain. Bonvi Aero, a deep tech unmanned aerial vehicle manufacturer, in heavy lift drone system for defense, heavy lift drone system, mind that, and disaster response and commercial logistics, sees the answer in the air. Air was built for the mission that ground transport cannot reach. BOV's engineering capabilities drew global attention after the company achieved certified world record by lifting 30 kg payload to 20,000 feet at Omingla, among the world's highest motorable roads, a feat that highlighted the company's rotor efficiency, battery stability, and payload performance in low air density. lower density, because when you are at such altitude the air is not that dense, so you may not get that much thrust which you may get at sea level. If I talk about the technical specification and product specification for Air Hans, it has a 12-kilometer mission range, up to 30 minutes of flight time, uh, up to 20 kg of maximum payload, and operation ceiling is up to 16,000 feet. So, a multi-role, heavy modular, heavy lift UAV platform optimized for aerial intelligence, subsurface detection, and precision payload deployment. It is engineered for rapid deployment and electronic warfare survivability. Configuration, it's a quadcopter, vehicle size 1.13 meter into 1.13 meter into 0.9 meter. Frame build, aerospace grade aluminum composite. It's made up of aerospace grade aluminum composite. Takeoff and landing configuration, VTOL, vertical takeoff landing. Flight modes, manual, auto, RTL, remote controlled, radio controlled. And it's all weather operation, autonomous payload delivery, multi utility payloads, day night operations, EW warfare with CRPA system, jamming detection and frequency shifting, automatic target recognition. So endurance is 30 minutes, as I told. Communication range is 7 kilometers, line of sight. Max cruise speed is 15 meter per second. And payload dropping mechanism is a modular dropping. Battery capacity is 35 Ah. Camera payload, dual EO or IR and IR cameras. Takeoff and landing area 5 meter into 5 meter. You need that much area. Multi constellation GNSS, shelf life, service life, up to 500 landings. Operating temperature -20 to 55 degrees Celsius, up to 35 kilometer per hour. Altitude, payload, range, endurance. Key application are obviously, as I said, intelligence, surveillance, aerial communication, tactical parachute, payload drop. So it's a pretty solid product, keeping in mind the defense. Yep, that's it, guys. That's it for today. Thank you for joining our channel. I'll keep making videos about drone news, drone delivery, defense tech in India and across the world. Thank you.